Hey, good morning, and how are we all doing? And Happy New Year to all of you. Hope you had a good one, and I hope you had a good Christmas and got lots of toys. Toys. Anyway, right, so, here we are, MH60, Strikehawk. So, what have I done? So, I've got some pilots that go in the front, and I thought, right, I'll leave the cockpit section off so I can get them in and get them sold. I'll glue the glass on probably last of all sort of thing, and then give it a once over. So at the moment it's just got a base coat on of what colour it should be, but obviously you can see there was a few little quirky bits where I've had to, do things. Now this is a one piece, but this isn't. This comes in about 4 or 5 bits. So I've added that to that, these two together, that together, put that on there, and then glued them to this thing. So what it is I can spray all of this like this. So all I do is just put either a little bit of masking tape inside to hold it together, and a bit of blue tack or something just to hold it down in there. And then I can spray it all, and then we're good to go, sort of thing. Now there is a book coming out on this. The Cavu book. I've got to ring up today, or at least text a friend of mine who should be in the know, and see when it's coming out, because I don't really want to delay this any longer than I need to. Just on the simple reason being is I've got some other stuff to do. So the flare pod in the front, that's got in like that. We've got some silicone lubricant on the lenses, so that none of the paint gets on. Right, if I take these off, because I'm going to twist it now, so they're going to fall off anyway. So basically, it's a smashing. Look at it, really is a nice helicopter, it really is. So the underside, so I've done the underside. I've left, this is a freewheel, so it spins on its own accord anyway on the real thing. I've left the scissors off, because they just pop on and off, so that I can get all the way around on the oleo, so I can do the metal with the chrome. There's got to be some chrome in here because they're lights, so I'll have to use them. That's a separate light on its own, so that can be done as and when. There's something that goes in there. I have got it. It's this, but when you put it in, it sticks out further than the wheels go down by the looks of things. I mean, I don't know, it might not do because they're quite big wheels. And I thought to myself, well, what the heck is it? So I might, well, if anyone knows what this thing is, I mean, it's in the picture. I have seen it drop down on the real thing, but only when it's in the air. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's a sensor for the boys that come out of here. I don't know. It's obviously something. And then, like I say, and then we got this thing here, this cooling fan. So I presume that might be the fan for the big computer that's sat behind here and this machine to take the hot air away. I presume. I don't know. Again, anybody can fill me in on that? Very much grateful. So the join on the bottom was a real pain in the sodding arse. As you can see, it's kind of there. To which case, that's why I put this primer coat on. It starts to disappear here, and then, like I say, it comes back there, and then that's it. It just disappears at the end. There's only a little tiny bit of it there, I think, which you can probably just scratch away with a knife. So this bit here, and this bit here, I'll have to lose them little dots, and then re-put them back on, because what I found with this thing is it's all right, but sometimes one part of the plastic's thicker than the other part by a fraction of a mil, and that's what can throw it out. But I did have I put all backing behind there, along there and down here, to keep it all straight. But it's good practice for the pave-walk that I've got to do. Lucky enough with this thing, you've got this bloody great disc, you've got this all in the way, so it's not, it covers up most of it. There's only, like I say, a couple of little bits of the rotten bits, and that bit there needs a little bit of filler, but as from now, I don't even think it comes up here. I don't know what that is. Maybe that is the joint. I don't know. But yeah, I'm talking about down here. Yeah, I think it does. Because this is raised. That's raised. Yeah, anyway. Then we get on to the back end, and it was this elevator that started to become a bit of a problem because I glued it together. So, glued it together, but it's only got these tiny little stalks. Not sure I can get in here. So, let's just use, yeah, there is a pointer. So, these here, these 4 tiny little lugs are all it has got to hang on to. And I thought, right, and I put it on, and I did it as straight as I could, and it was starting to sag, and I thought, oh, this is just, you know, bloody impossible. What are we going to do here? So I then, as you can see, there's some white. So I then stacked 2 very thin strips of card, because this side is flat, this side is, it's got a recess. So I thought I'd stick it across and see if that makes it any better, because then you're sticking this to that plastic, which is then stuck to this. Nope, didn't work. It worked, but didn't work. It was one of them, you know, again, it was, you know, sagging and not looking too good. So, what did I do? I had a piece of it here, there it is. If I can get it out, because I've got no bloody nose. But basically, I got some thin tubing. Bennett, isn't it, eh? So basically, I've got some thin tubing, right? This actual tubing. And I drilled a hole right the way through the middle of that strip there. So, let's just bring in a bit. So that strip there, you can see there was a hole go right the way through there, and then another one right the way through there. 2 pieces of that tubing, said tubing, went in, joined them together, super glued them. Perfect. That's what I did. Now it's a lot stronger. I mean, yeah, it'll flex a bit, but you're not only going to go to a model store and go, oh yeah, look, it flexes all right. It's got it. It's done the job. So I think, I don't know what it is. Possibly 1 mil, 2 mil tubing, 1.5 mil tubing, something like that. What is it? I've got the thing here, but 1 mil. There you go, 1 mil tubing. That's what I got, and that's done it. That's fixed it. So that can now go on. But the other thing I did as well, and I don't know if I'm going to get able to show this, but on here, so I'll put it up a bit. There you go. So on here, I put a tiny little bit of rod in there. A little bit of plastic rod, so that when this all went in, you couldn't see through it. So it kind of held a bit of stability for this. And so I went, and I'll have a go at this as it goes on. There you go. And then you got your actuator arm that just slides up and down in there. And it just sits on there like that. You can glue it in any position you like. I just left mine loose for the time being, so I could take it off. And if it needed some of those horrific decals in the thing, then I could put it on, you know. I don't know what possesses people to take photos of real aircraft and then use the actual photograph, which could be grainy and, oh dear, I can understand it if you've got a good camera and you're using good digital camera or good photograph film, but I don't know what they use, but the decals are bloody awful in it. So that's that. Then I done the rear rotor, so I put that together. I've got some a loop wire to put on this there to there, and then just in here there's a little peg there and there's a thicker wire that goes from round there and comes round here, under there, and connects into that, by the looks of things. Hence the reason why I want the book, because then, you know, I'm going to know for sure what I'm doing, rather than just gluing stuff free willy-nilly and it's in the wrong bloody place. So yeah, so that's that. That's the front end. That's the thing. The doors I've done. There are some transfers to go, or decals to go on them, but I won't bother with that yet. But inside and out, the doors are done. The engine covers are done. So these sit on here. Did sit on there, like so. So all of this can be just have a blob of blue tack behind, just to hold it all on while you're spraying the thing. I've built the engines. I'm not painting them yet, but I've built the 2 engines. They're pretty cool. Nice things to have. The side door, this one here, that's done, inside and out. The wheels I've put together, some more parts of the engine there. This was one of the weapons racks that's going on it. At the moment it just pinches together like that, but yeah, that's got to be painted another colour. I think it goes dark olive drab. I'm not too sure, but again the book will let us know, but even though it's not here at the minute. There's the scissors that I was on about. Now with these, like I say, the little horseshoe shape at the top, there's a wire that comes down, goes through there, and then goes back through the scissors into the bottom of the axle. So that's got to be put on, because you can see it. That we don't use. There's a lot of stuff we don't use on this kit. There's one of the guns. Nice gun and all it is. You know. Even though it's fucking blurred. Yeah. Pokes this. There you go. Look at it. Quite a nice gun for a kit gun. Comes with a few parts rather. So yeah, just got to put the bullets in. So that's done. Any more? Oh, this the these are the 2 pilots. So yeah, Morton and Mindy. So they're going in the front. The only thing is you've got no crew for the back of this one. It's no good putting a load of soldiers in there, or special forces, because I don't think they would have hung out the door on this thing. They might have done, but it's not really a rescue helicopter. So yeah, so that's where we are with said Strikehawk. So it's definitely coming along. The other thing is I've made there's 2 poles that stick up, or 2 rods that stick up like that on the front there. They're obviously screen washers. They kept breaking off, so I thought, right, I'll take them off. I'll renew the little pads that they sit on, and I'll put them back on when I'm ready to, when this is kind of finished and, you know, ready for its last spray. There's also a little like a little housing with a big circular. It looks like an oil filter on a lorry. It obviously isn't. I don't know what it is. Again, the book would be handy. But it sits on there. That's in there. I've decided that kept coming off, so I thought, right, I'll glue all that on when it comes to it. And yeah, they are fiddly, them things. I've just seen it, but whether I can get hold of it, oh, here it is. So I mean, yeah, it's a minute piece of look at it, look. But that is it, and that kept coming off. So I thought, right, leave that. That can go on afterwards when it's all good and ready to go for its last paint shop visit. So that's it. That's where we're up to. That's what's happening with it. So it will be finished. I'm going to get it finished because I want it to display kind of this with a few other things I've built at some shows this year. I haven't heard anything yet, but I'm sure it won't be. Oh, bollocks. I'm sure it won't be too long before they start handing out the flyers. But we've got this show coming up in June, and I've been invited to take my YouTube channel down there, and I'll be taking models like this when they're finished down there, and yeah, you never know, do a live feed from the show. Anybody comes up and visits, yeah, make yourself famous, can't you? But yeah, it's the East Anglian Model Show, so that's coming up soon. That's just a flyer that I've got to give them, but yeah, we're waiting for new flyers to turn up with more information on it. But that's in June. Yeah, so right. What I will do is I'll try and build the main rotor up on this, I think, while I'm at it, because it's that's something I could be getting on with in the meantime. But I have got another helicopter, and I was talking away with a few people last night, and one guy I was chatting to, I'm going to give him a shout actually, Phil. I've got your Chinook. He knows I've got your Chinook because I texted him last night. But yeah, I hope you're happy, mate. I hope you're really happy with it. I'll get it as soon as I get hold of it. I'll let you know, and then we can sort something out. But yeah, he was the one I was talking to, and all of a sudden I thought to myself, do you know what? I'm going to do that other helicopter sat behind the wall here. But I'll do another video on that in a minute. But yes, so there's the MH60. So this was an update, part 2 of the build, where I've got to. And yeah, and so all it is at the moment, she's just sitting around trying not to get hanger rash because this desk is cluttered. And I must admit, I wish I had these tray toolboxes to put everything in to take all of this off of here, and I have more room to put them on and move about. But it is what it is. Everybody, I think, works like it in some shape or form, apart from these obviously these professionals that have got studios and God knows what, and yeah, lucky old them, they've obviously got money. But yeah, right, anyway, on that note, take care, like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing. Follow me, join me, whatever, and I'll see you in the next one.